Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Sunday night stream. Tonight we are gonna be, uh, it's just your typical formula. It's me, El Chezo Reviews, and
JT Games TV, home of the gaming channel, my friends.
now tonight we're able to do a request topic from one of our viewers. We love getting those from you guys. It gives us a plan, and he gave us the idea of talking about America's funniest home videos.
Yeah, thank God for you, oh viewer, because like winging it's starting to get a little bit dry, guys.
Yeah. Well, I think tonight we'll not only just talk about America's Funniest Home Videos, but we'll talk about how the internet followed suit, and then later on we'll talk about a little bit of what elements in those videos make them so funny to us. So, JT,
Like,
why don't you get us started on the America's Funniest Home Videos? It's basically a rundown of what it is for people who probably don't get it in their country or whatever.
okay, America's Funniest Home Videos. It's pretty much a TV show that outlines funny moments caught on tape. They have a host. He announces segments outlining, which is a brief topic outlining what each video is going to be about. And it spawned America's Funniest Home Videos spawned multiple different subsequent TV shows. It went from just being home videos to things like Tosh.0, which show YouTube videos that they find freaking hysterical and ridiculousness, which does about the same thing, just a little more toned down than Tosh.0.
Yep, and that
So,
actually is a good segue. Talking about because like funny videos on TV would definitely affect YouTube, whose original logo did kind of incorporate a television.
right. G, the tube part was surrounded in a red box with antenna poking out before they changed the logo to just that plain old red box.
Exactly. So people would think of it as the television minor leagues.
Right, you get yourself popular on YouTube. Hey, you're opening the door to being featured on America's Funniest Home Videos,
Which could
which
lead into
also
like,
brought about sorry,
go ahead.
which also subsequently led to what we know today as viral videos.
Oh yeah, and everyone's trying to be that next big viral video.
Yeah, but you see, I would opt to put out something a little, or I'd rather not be a viral video versus a popular video game.
Very true, because a viral video it gets attention for about a couple months to a year, and then it's like people forget about it, or one person remembers it, and they're like, "Oh yeah." Example: sitting on a toilet.
Or the dude dressed up in a rabbit costume sitting in the public restroom, scooting
On the
over and
toilet.
patting the toilet like there's some room here for you, buddy. So why are they so funny?
Well, I think we have to analyze what elements create the most shock value because that I think is the essence of a funny video. There has to be shock value in the comedy.
Disclaimer. Sorry guys, I'm trying to quit smoking, so it's the next best thing.
Yep, it's no problem. It's like, ladies and gentlemen, just so that you don't get mad at JT. I am myself. I'm having a beer. I am of age. I'm not drinking to excess. Don't go up in arms.
Right. We're both 21. Oh yeah, happy birthday by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
At any rate, um let's analyze what makes America's Funniest Home Videos and subsequent videos, viral videos, so funny.
Okay, well, I think first you have to create an absurd situation. Example: a guy trying to ski down his roof in his underwear and a scarf.
That
That would be
Yeah, that's
the
part
most
of it.
common. They're the most common, the cheapest ones, the very early ones.
See, I'm gonna correct you there. I'm gonna correct you there, okay?
Okie doke. I'm not gonna hold it against you. Correct me. I would enjoy having my mind expanded.
Groin trauma.
Oh, okay. Yes, that is the very basis of comedy.
Yeah, a hit to the nuts. That's every time you see somebody get injured in a viral video, or even America's Funniest Home Videos had its own segment for trauma to the groin. There's even been a song made about getting hit in the nuts, uh, titled "A Trauma to the Groin." Anytime it's classic. Anytime that somebody gets hit in the genitals, you're going to laugh your ass off because it's that absurd moment of how they got hit in the nuts or the genitals, because that's equally painful for females. I'll limit that to genitals.
Yeah. Okay, so genital trauma. That's probably like the earliest and definitely the most base and easiest way to trigger a shock value comedy. Second, then would have to be
Mm-hmm.
the absurd situation. Third, if animals are involved.
And fourth, if alcohol's involved.
These can be recombined many times over to create new elements of within it. Like,
We don't endorse mixing alcohol and animals.
yeah, we're not endorsing anything that we're talking about. It's simply an analysis of a situation. We do not
Yeah, we
encourage
don't,
we do not encourage the creation of viral videos.
and I'm not at all trying to have PETA jump down our throats.
And it's like I think PETA went a little overboard, especially after their whole attack on the Mario franchise. Um,
Oh
but
yeah, Mario kills Tanuki.
yeah, but that is a discussion for another day. Um, and you know we'll probably use that at some point to fill time. But um, so we're talking about we do not endorse the creation of viral videos, but with when we're talking about mixing these elements, we're talking about like you notice these elements kind of come together in one way or another. Like,
A
well,
drunk dude skating down the roof of his house in a scarf and a banana hammock.
probably maintaining the safety of the beer over his own body.
Yeah.
Or perhaps a man uh, trying to, feed a ram, and the ram is not happy that he's there. And so the ram aims for whatever is on the same level as his head.
Right. That or taking said empty beer bottle, tying it to a string, and when dude walks out the door, just swinging it down.
So, yeah, it's like you can combine these over and over again. Typically, you'll get something that catches on. Again, we don't endorse this. This
And
is like,
sorry,
you
please
go
go
ahead.
with the. Okay. And I feel like redundancy doesn't matter in these viral videos because they're just as funny as the last one. I
It's
mean, you're
it's
going.
it's just as funny, but it's different. I think is what keeps them.
Not now, Aaron. Give him
I
the
would,
excuse I'm at work.
anyway, so what?
There we go. So we can combine these over and over again, and because they use the same four elements, it's going, in hindsight, it's going to look redundant, but it's not going to matter. I
It's
don't
like
know. I don't care.
you can use beef in 100 different dishes, but it's like maybe one time you want to combine it with vegetables, other times you want to combine it with a starch.
Right. Like, I don't care how many times I see one dude singularly get hit in the balls, I'm still going to laugh.
because we as human beings are horrible, horrible creatures.
I will agree with that. I'm going to adjust. There we go. Or even still, somebody take a baseball to the forehead and okay, I should generalize it. Okay, I should probably tack on a fifth one, and that's just injury in general, with
Yep.
a an addendum being especially groin trauma. Oh, household appliances.
See, that's a thing that's what we'll call a catalyst, not an
Hmm.
element.
Yeah, a catalyst. Sorry.
And the reason I say that is like the household appliance typically will be the element that combines two of these elements, or it would be
Yeah.
the catalytic a catalytic element. You've got the base elements, you've got your catalytic elements. The catalytic elements are what combine the other two. So, and there are several catalytic elements. So you would have, in this example, household appliances.
Household appliances, tables, things of that nature. It's the aftermath, essentially.
and it and ironically, it is connected to an absurd situation because of the absurdity that this household appliance had to go through to get to that point. So it actually combines best. It actually is a better catalyst for elements combining with the strange situation element.
Mm, I think we should probably segue or turn our tangent into our favorite viral videos at some point as well.
I think that would work. Yeah.
Um, we've covered what makes them funny, and we should probably cover how people get discovered.
Yeah, that's very important. Now a viral video isn't always funny, of course.
Sometimes it's actually painful or even just god awful ridiculous. Like the okay, iFunny, for example, okay? They post a lot of memes, they post a lot of viral shit, but you sometimes stumble across this slideshow of videos that are just shocking and not in a good way. It's more like grotesque. I know I'm covering a medium that isn't YouTube or something to that effect, but I was scrolling through and I came across a viral video on and it featured just a slideshow of death. Um, dude got his leg hacked off with a machete, blah blah blah. Stuff of that nature. And as much as it disappoints me to say, things like that will get viral, especially over 4chan, iFunny, Reddit with their little 50-50 challenge. It's either something really cute like a dog rolling over or something really graphic like oh, what was that? Dude gets eaten alive by a pack of wild dogs. So viral videos, they they're
Polarizing.
they're yeah, they're much like a coin. You're either going to get something really nice when it comes to a viral video or something really disturbing.
Yep. And that's just something you have to expect. Sometimes you get something that isn't like isn't uh really funny, but isn't graphic either. Like a lot of celebrities, as much as I hate to say it, got very popular from a viral video of them just like doing something that really doesn't deserve that much praise.
Miley Cyrus being a prime example of that.
Oh, was she a YouTube like video? Viral sensation? I don't.
Oh, no, 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 no. We're talking celebrities. When I think celebrities, I think people who have already achieved fame.
Okay, like well, how celebrities became celebrities from like getting linked back to a viral video they made at one point.
Oh, okay. I can't think of anybody like that.
Well, apparently that's how the one artist who is like he has a very small group of fans at this point, but they're very dedicated fans, and they will slit your throat if you say anything about him. But it's like they're I don't care for his music, but I guess Justin Bieber got famous for a video of him solving a Rubik's cube. Like that's what got the attention of these agents.
Oh, oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
It's like if you're a Justin Bieber fan, fantastic. Enjoy his music. That's really a subjective thing. I do not care for it.
And please crucify me for insulting that little twat. That's exposure.
So yes, you can see we have very different views on this.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Um,
But
we've way we yes,
things of
thank
that
you.
nature.
Who else was there?
I think a few of them, especially the ones that ended up on the kids' channels for their first big exposure.
Oh, and then much like PewDiePie would have got had he stayed signed with Disney.
Yep. Um,
But we're not going to sit here and poke fun at or poke around at big YouTubers' flaws.
yeah. I mean, anything can happen to anyone for no reason. It's not our place to judge. Um, but it's like, yeah, we're sitting here judging how celebrities became famous, like TV celebrities. Um, I think it's we're not judging them. I think I find it interesting how something so small can get so big to the point that your entire life changes.
Right, it depends on how much you laugh at it, though.
Yeah. Uh, like,
And that seems like the only way that a human being of us can get famous.
I mean, like the ain't nobody got time for that lady. She's rich now, from what I hear.
Yeah, no, that's because like she set it up to where anybody who uses that on camera has to pay a royalty.
Yeah, it's just like just little things can change a lot. And if I may go off on a bit of a tangent here, just to explore this thought for a minute, how little things can affect a lot. I believe some call it chaos theory.
Oh, we're branching off into theoretical physics.
It's just a short little. We're not even gonna touch the mechanics, and we're just gonna stick our toe in the door, and we're gonna come back. Um,
I think you might be better off with not chaos theory, but butterfly effect.
I thought the butterfly effect was a time travel one. No, that's the
No, 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 no,
grandfather
no.
paradox.
No,
Never mind.
sorry. Ripple effect. Butterfly effect,
Yeah.
the flapping of a butterfly's wings can cause uh, a tsunami on the other side of the world.
Yep. So it's like I think the biggest like if there is a lesson to be found here, it's that pay attention to the little stuff because once you
Right.
get the because
Um,
it's like a snowball rolling down a hill.
yeah. Like you make that one viral video that you don't think anything of it, and then you plaster it on, or you post it up on like Twitter or something. All of a sudden, 6 million people are seeing it, and you're sitting there rolling around in money you never knew what to do with.
And many people would think that'd be awesome. I know a few people that would think that would suck.
Honestly, I personally would just like to make enough money to where I can take care of myself
Same.
and
And
not
it's
have
like,
to worry about taking something into the shop if it breaks.
yeah, I mean, like, apparently it's a family trait on my father's side, but uh, the men in my family are really interesting when it comes to money. It's like we'll spend the least we can on the absolute essentials that we can get away with, and then we'll blow the rest of our money on fun.
I think that's normal because like I do the same shit.
I believe they call it I believe the condition is called penny wise, dollar stupid. Um, so it's like, yeah, pay attention to those little things. I need to backtrack a bit because I got lost. Um, it's like a snowball rolling down a hill. I believe I touched upon that, where you if you don't like the way it's going, the earliest or that while it's still little, you have a chance to redirect it. If it's something good, you have that choice to kind of let it ride or to nudge it on.
Weekend Dojo, where we can sit here and cover viral videos, America's Funniest Home Videos, and theoretical physics in the
as
same
well as
stream.
as well as a philosophical discussion born from viral videos.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
sages out here, man. We're the ancient dojo masters.
That's rough. I think that's just a large amount of tangents.
Yep.
Um,
Why don't we go into the good old open discussion?
this was a short stream. I think we could probably jump around a little more.
Okay,
We
well then,
started at what? 6:15? 6 o'clock?
yeah, it's now 7:34.
My
We may
clock
have.
on my computer is way wrong.
Uh, well,
What?
anyway, we can. Well, I guess we can talk about the video a little bit more. Get back on that track. Um,
It's
so
been
let's
through
talk.
multiple. Oh, fuck. Go ahead.
I was gonna say it's like for most viral videos, it's like where do they start gaining any kind of momentum? Where do they start their crawl?
Reddit.
Reddit, exactly. And from there, it usually makes its way to 4chan.
No, it starts at 4chan. That's where people view it, but then people take it because it's relatable onto Reddit.
Ah, very true. That's a good point.
4chan is the origin of the meme.
It is the primordial stank that all the horrible things on the internet come from.
And now all it's good for is a basic porn site.
We're not going in this direction, JT.
I wasn't trying to take us there. I'm just saying all it's good for is porn webms. I used to get on 4chan for memes, but now I'm seeing more porn than memes.
Um, so yeah, from 4chan it goes to Reddit. The really really good early on ones usually go to Tumblr, from what I understand.
9gag.
Oh, nine
Tumblr's
gag. Then
pretty much last on the list before
except they,
Facebook gets a hold of it and Instagram.
yep. So Twitter is in there somewhere.
In
Twitter gets
between
some like
Facebook and sorry,
you were about to say it, I think.
Twitter is in between Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah, that probably makes a lot of sense. They get it pretty early on. Um,
Hmm.
and then ultimately, these memes just kind of drift off into the various other social networking sites that are more or less independent. And then
iFunny
they,
and whatnot.
yeah, and that is where they go to die.
Yeah, pretty much. iFunny is where the meme goes to die. By the time that iFunny gets a hold of the meme, there's that stupid ass caption in the top, and then like a couple of watermarks from several different users, and you don't know who created it anymore.
Yep.
And it
So
gets the fucking caption from you know, the who the fuck did this caption from Instagram. By then the meme is dead. It's pretty much reached normie status. Fuck normies.
yep. So it's a roller coaster ride.
It's a downhill spiral, are you kidding?
Well, no, because you reach that high point. Uh,
Okay, okay. Yeah, I could see that. It's Top Thrill Dragster.
pretty much, yeah. Um,
No, I like to think it starts from the high point and goes straight down. The high point is when the meme originates and it's funny as shit because nobody really sees it, and the low point being when it hits Instagram and gets that dumbass filter or the dumbass caption, the dumbass title, the dumbass filter, the fucking rap music playing in the background that has no bearing on the meme whatsoever.
so essentially, if 4chan's the primordial ooze, iFunny is the heat death of the universe.
Yes. Bingo. That's what ruins viral videos.
It just keeps getting watered down.
It's like a good whiskey that's had too much ice. Okay? You'll only know that if you're of age, hopefully.
Yes, again, we don't endorse underage drinking. We do not consider ourselves children's entertainers, but we understand if kids end up watching this, kids, if you're not old enough, don't do it.
Dude, if you're 14 years of age, we already know that you're going to try it, so we're not stupid.
Just
We're
don't
just not
ever.
going to say, hey, go do it.
Yeah, that's just dumb. So it's like we don't endorse it. That's really up to the adults that are personally in their life to decide whether or not they should understand this or that or the other. I think that's a discussion for another day. I think I put a wrong spin on something. Anyway,
No, I got lost in my own thought while you were putting out the disclaimer, and I'll tell you about it after stream.
so essentially what we're saying is we don't endorse it, but anyway, it's like the point of this analogy is that it gets weaker as it goes along.
It loses some of the impact on your funny genes, you know?
Yep, the old humorous, the funny bone.
Which is why I used to scroll through 4chan all the time because I would get the memes that nobody got and then just start spitting them at people. Chaz, you've gotten some of these memes.
Uh-huh. Most of them come from iFunny, the ones that he is trying to resurrect, essentially.
Yeah. Or the ones that don't come from iFunny are usually really, really, really sick and demented, and then you're sitting there questioning your friendship.
I'm not gonna lie, I have.
I know, I test our limits. Like,
But I'm
I
testing
can't
his
even.
limits too.
Oh, I can't even get into some of these memes though because they're just so god awful. Like, I can't provide example because I don't want to get I don't want to
The
send us into
banhammer brought down.
monetization.
The banhammer getting brought down.
Huh? Yeah, the banhammer getting brought down. We pretty much get fucking channel ban apocalypse.
Yep.
Man, YouTube's got us by the short and curlies. So much for free speech.
Yeah. Well, YouTube is an international organization. I understand that. Anyway, We're
Anyway,
not gonna go off on that tangent. If we go off on that tangent, we will be here all night.
open discussion sounds good at this point. I mean, we've taken the piss out of the meme, we've taken the piss out of the viral video, and we actually barely touched on AFV.
AFV. Please elaborate for the audience.
America's Funniest Home Videos.
Oh, there's not really much to elaborate on. It's like it just decides which video is America's Funniest Home Video. It's like a
It's
bracket
the birth.
system.
Yeah, I mean, it's the birthplace for viral. And for
Pretty
that,
much.
we thank you.
Yeah. Giving us something new to laugh at every month.
Is that still circulating?
I think it is.
Damn.
I think it might be MTV.
MTV has it now. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm not certain. That's a guess.
MTV. Okay, open discussion. MTV. Fuck MTV, okay?
Oh, we're gonna get a rant, ladies and gentlemen. Settle in.
I used to watch MTV religiously every Saturday for Headbangers Ball because that's where I could discover all the metal that nobody's ever fucking heard of. Okay, sorry, MTV2. Now it's overpopulated with stupid ass reality TV shows. Like, what the fuck happened? When was the last time that you were able to listen to music on music television? And music television 2 was Headbangers Ball. Fuck the rating system. I mean, you can't really call it MTV anymore because there's no music. It's the only thing
A
that it's
quick
got that's loosely
countdown, maybe
related.
once a week.
Yeah, the top 20 in the morning. The only thing that's the only thing that's closest besides fucking what's going on in the newest pop star's fucking life. Nobody cares. And if you do care, you need to reassess your sorry existence.
I would like to personally apologize for hurt feelings, but let's just let JT work this out of his system. He apparently has a lot of steam built up on this. Let's hear his reasoning.
My reasoning for which part? Being pissed off that there's no music on music TV, or the people who blindly follow the pop stars that they love?
Yeah,
Like
I'm not gonna lie.
the people who set up fucking shrines with cutouts of their favorite artists in their closet with burnt candles praying to God that they discover them and fall in love with them.
Or how about the loss of Beavis and Butthead?
Good tangent. Beavis and Butthead, though. I can't tell you what I did. I can't tell you what I did before watching that show, but I was in the right mindset to watch that show.
And okay, brief synopsis for those of you who might be a little too young to know what this is. Beavis and Butthead was essentially a television show where it had two segments. It started with one segment where they would essentially go out into the world and interact with it, have their little adventures. And then the second half was them sitting on a couch watching a music video and commenting over it, which kind of got the whole commenting and reviewing thing started on the internet.
You know, King of the Hill, Hank Hill,
Yeah.
showed up a few times in
Uh-huh.
Beavis and Butthead.
Oh, that's awesome.
He wore a bucket hat though, so that's how they got away with the copyright.
Uh,
Bucket hat on Hank Hill, and he just kind of came in and gave some commentary while Beavis and Butthead were out interacting with the world.
yeah. So that is a very sad loss, I think, with the evolution of music television. I think there should be like a new alternative to like music television that is actually music videos and whatnot.
I mean, the closest we can get is that music choice bullshit if you have Time Warner Cable.
Yeah, but I think there needs to be a a basic cable option.
Right. Instead of the shit that they play on basic cable. Sorry, you're talking to a guy that has like completely given up cable because he can find better shit streaming.
Yep, keeping in mind, ladies and gentlemen, that we grew up with having nothing but cable.
Right. I mean, we were just by the time we were able to actually stream anything, we had hit high school.
Essentially, yeah. And
So
that's the
we
thing.
sorry.
I was just gonna say it's like basic cable was our passive entertainment growing up.
Between logging hours on the PS2 or our Game Boys just wearing out the buttons and going to school, we had cable television. The basic, what was that? Basic 72?
Yeah, the basic 72 channels, and then there's of course the option of the movie rental store down the street.
Right. Like if we wanted to watch anime, we were stuck with Toonami.
Not that that's a bad thing.
No, but when you start streaming shit, you realize that there was so much better out there than what you could find on Toonami.
True, and like that is unfortunate, but I think we also have to give props to Toonami for
Introducing anime to America?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm giving Toonami that large amount of props because, well, fuck yeah, without Toonami, I would have never cared what anime is.
As a matter of fact, their host Tom is getting an action figure made of him.
Thank God. Which one?
I believe
Which
they're
one
gonna
was Tom?
the robot that hosted the show.
The one with the face, or the one that just had the visor?
Those were all Toms.
Oh, okay.
Tom
So the
1.0, Tom 2, 2.0, 2.5, 3.0
which
was the
one's
one
getting
with
the
the
action
face.
figure?
I think they're releasing a series.
Oh hell yeah! You best believe I'm picking that shit up.
And you know who's going to be reviewing it?
Bingo. Depending on the price range, you might want to put that on Dojo.
True, it might end up being a pricey plastic, which I have one planned. Um, I just need to find some spare time. Uh, but we'll talk about Dojo stuff in a minute.
Huh?
We'll talk about Dojo stuff in a minute. Let's talk about Toonami for a minute because I have this big feeling of nostalgia just at the back of my skull whenever anyone says its name.
Right. I feel that. Okay, so what was the first show or what was your first lineup?
G Gundam was in there. Gundam Wing was in there. Dragon Ball Z was in there.
Scryed.
Skryed was in there.
Inuyasha, Cowboy Bebop, Inuyasha. Or I already said you said Yu Yu Hakusho. Uh, Trigun,
Trigun.
Vasha Stampede, man. A $60 billion double dollar bounty on his head.
You think I wear these shades just because they make me look sexy?
uh,
Um.
what was
So
your
yeah. Go ahead.
sorry? What was your favorite lineup?
The Gundam lineup, man. It's like that was my jam. It's like I would get in trouble for staying up wicked late on the weekends to watch it.
Yeah, Sunday morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. You're waiting there, and then all of a sudden, or you're waiting there for Toonami to repeat because you're hoping to God it never ends. And then you see Captain Planet, which wasn't a bad show, but I just felt that utter disappointment after the anime ended.
Yeah. So yeah, lots of trouble. Um,
My favorite lineup, okay, the lineups really blend in my head, but I caught Toonami one time, and they had premiered Rosario Vampire.
Oh no.
Uh-huh. Rosario Vampire, they played the entire 12 episode series for one of the lineups.
Yep. Now, to be fair, it's like they are both like both the manga and the anime are ecchi series, but the manga actually has some story substance to it, whereas the anime, well, it was
Tits.
going faster than than the manga was. So it's like, okay, the only way we can compensate for lack of depth and story is to shove as many, you know, big round asses and big round tits in the screen as possible. The audience won't care.
Bullshit. The people who read Rosario Vampire faithfully cared. What else was there? See, it's hard to think of the lineups because they didn't really. You know, get out of my face, Apple. Hate Apple. Um, you know, when they played Scryed, it was actually in the original Japanese.
Really?
It was in the original Japanese with subtitles, and they didn't even have subtitles for the title. So I remember watching it and trying to figure out what the show was. I remember watching it as a kid, not knowing what the show was called, but thinking dude's arm looked cool as fuck. So going back when I was in high school, I tried my damnedest to find that anime, but I gave up on it until recently.
Yeah, I only figured it out after I stumbled across the manga, and I'm like, oh, that's it.
Yeah, no, it took me a little while of just pouring through the lineups and picking out the ones or picking out the names that I recognized and then cross-referencing through the couple of names that I did not recognize. And it just so happened to be Scryet.
Yep. Now, I always wanted bullet powers, just like the main character's alter in Scryed.
Right? Dude, that was so cool. Like, you know how when you're a kid, you don't really care about what's going on in the storyline, but the action sequences and all the pretty colors look good?
Uh-huh.
Going back, I was like, oh, those action sequences are so cool. The storyline's fantastic too. What? I was partial to Sailor Moon as well. Ah, fuck. Chaz. I can't even end the call out, guys, so we're pretty much waiting on El Chizo to phase back in. Um, but no, going back, a lot of the shows that I watched had amazing storylines on Toonami, but I didn't care to pay attention to them because, well, I was a kid. The fight scenes and the pretty colors were cool enough for me, and Vash the Stampede's red coat was fantastic too. Text him, see what's up, and try to talk. And read some manga while I'm at. I should not be reading this manga right now. So yeah, fantastic lineups. Oh, there he comes back.
There we go. I apologize for that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not entirely sure what happened.
Your face finally caught up with the words.
Oh no, has it been doing that this whole time?
Oh, just as soon as you popped back on, I was
Okay,
telling
well,
them
catch me up.
just I was just telling them about how they're going back. There was a whole lot of just storyline that I missed as a kid because I couldn't truly appreciate storyline as a kid through Toonami.
You know, you're absolutely right. I think
Um,
now we can't openly, endorse this, but or condone this, but kids, you know you're doing it. Just don't try to apologize really hard to your mom when you do. Staying up late and watching Toonami on Saturdays.
Screw that. I'm gonna endorse the hell out of it myself. Dojo doesn't, but JT does.
There's like, if you're not into anime yet, watch Toonami one weekend and just take a minute and explore the opportunities it brings.
You'll get there, guys. Trust me. I'm gonna unplug this real quick so I can switch batteries on this.
Yep. Well, he does that.
Oh, I can still speak. I'm
Oh,
not.
so um, so I think, aside from the basic cable Toonami, are the other options you have for anime are usually pay channels like Anime Network.
Work. Okay. Okay. I can get behind that one too. My buddy Orion had Anime Network on his cable when I was hanging out over there, and what they would do is they would put out like 4 episodes every, what was that, 4 episodes every 2 weeks, every month, something to that effect.
I think so.
Yeah, it was something to that effect. Every 2 weeks to a month, you would get another 4 episodes, and then they would take the previous 4 episodes off. Oh, fucking A. Hold on. And I'm back. I can't really, hit um open wires, so I'm not putting open wires to my lips, no matter how entertaining that would be for you guys.
Yep. Again, we don't condone the creation of viral videos if you are under the age of 18.
Right. Um, where were we?
Anime Network's scheduling system.
Oh, Anime News Network. That's or Anime. Yeah, it was Anime Network.
Yeah,
Um, they would put out four. They would put out 4 episodes of each of the animes that they had on there, and they were lesser known animes. Lesser known, only lesser known. They had 3 different categories: action center, uh, what was that, or something to that effect, and super happy fun time. Orion and I spent most of our time in the action zone, and subsequently, the first anime that we actually watched together was Demon King Daimao.
that's a good one.
But you got to watch it alone. It's a little bit awkward watching it with a friend.
Very much so.
Give each other kind of awkward looks as it's playing through, like, well, we started it, we better just finish it.
Because you don't know how to disengage from that situation.
You just don't. So you just spend some time exchanging awkward glances between each other, like, okay, hurry up and end this scene. Like, there's a.
So I think now would be a good time to talk about dojo plans. If you don't mind, I'd like to start.
Be my guest.
Reviewger is happening. I'm getting the costumes for the reviewers themselves put together. I ordered visors. I need to borrow a heat gun so I can shape them after I create the foam helmets. A chest plate. I'm not going to say whose it is getting commissioned from an overseas cosplay workshop, whom I will credit once I can remember their name. Um, so
As
that
for
is
me,
happening.
oh,
JT, go
sorry.
ahead.
I didn't know if you were done.
Go
I
ahead.
thought you were done. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Ladies first.
Just start talking.
As for me, my video editor took a shit on me, so I have to upgrade my. I have to figure that out. In the meantime, I'm planning on upgrading my computer to try to resolve any problems. I would do a complete and total just factory reset on the bitch, but I don't have a Windows 7 install disk or recovery disk. This thing's like fuck 5 years old anyway. When I got it, it was only 3 years old, but now I've had it for at least years. So I feel like it's time for me to upgrade anyway. Other than that, nothing special on my end. I think I finally figured out the bug fix on Otaku Senki Reviewer, El Chizo, and Reviewiverse. So I will send you a copy of that once this goddamn computer stops being so buggy.
I feel you. And so yeah, the costumes are happening. I do have kind of a plot laid out for Revuger. I'm not going to mention it here. I will talk with you, JT, about this after we end the stream, but I don't want to spoil it for you guys.
No, you guys have to watch and find out. Subsequently, I will be releasing my own version of Revuger. It's kind of like a prequel alongside of Revuger called. It's
Redacted statements, just in case you guys didn't catch it, because he glitched out for me for just a second.
sorry, redacted statements featuring JT and a couple of other characters.
Yep, it's going to be a fun ride.
Worth a shot.
Yep, and don't forget, it's like we would love to have more reviewers on the dojo. As a matter of fact, that would help us keep our schedule going, because then we could find people who are free, are absolutely free on these dates, so that we don't have to keep changing the schedule on you guys.
I haven't checked the group chat yet. Christian Torres says, "Hi, friend."
Hi, Christian Torres.
We have. Ooh. Okay.
That sounded bad.
Oh no, we're good. We're good. I'll talk to you after stream.
Okay, though. So the biggest shit. Where were we?
Storyline.
Storyline. So, oh no, we were talking. Yeah. So we would again love to have more people on the channel. We would love to find a way to incorporate you into the storyline as well.
That
And
about covers it for what we can really talk about there.
yes. Well, I suppose it would be good to mention that I am definitely going to try to get to the Vermont Comic Con this year.
Take some video and put it up on Dojo.
I would love to take some video and put it up on Dojo. At the same time, this is kind of undojo related, but video may end up on the Dojo if it's okay with my bandmate and the rest of the dojo. But yeah, I'm in a band and we're working on a song which will focus on Comic-Con as a theme. Kind of a classic rock
Yeah,
vibe
nerd
in
rock
my head.
band.
Yep, nerd rock.
Me personally, this upgrade that I'm doing to my computer will feature the ability to run Unreal Engine, so expect full 3D likenesses of myself, El Chizo, and Kenman.
You'll be able to encounter fantastic monsters and just explore sort of the lore.
Whatever lore that we can come up with. Okay, I feel like I feel like this is a good place to cut off now.
Yeah, I would agree. So, thank you all so much for watching. Remember to check us out on Twitter and Facebook.
We
And remember, if you go to the channel page on YouTube and go to the sidebar, don't die. If you go to the sidebar, you'll find our channel link under the featured channels list. Go check us out there. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, we will see you later, Weekend Warriors.
Adios.